wasn't good. So he was like, he felt like I was going to be a womanizer or either I was going to be a gay male, right? And he would always have me come to him anytime I felt the urge to have sex, basically. And he would say, "Well, I'm gonna help you through that process." And so he gave it a very spiritual context, right? And with me, because of the age that I was at, I wasn't able to fully understand what was happening. And now, my mind is more mature. I'm able to see it with 20/20 vision, man. He finessed me from the beginning. From the beginning, he was finessing me. And I'm just able to see that now, man. It's unfortunate. But I'm able to see it very clear now. And he just prayed on that whole not having my dad there, man. We would have very intimate conversations about that, and he knew how I felt about not having my dad in my life. And he just used that to his advantage, man. To his advantage. At the time, he wasn't married. I think they got divorced I think it was like the second time. They got divorced and remarried like 3 or 4 times. I think this was like the second divorce. And he would even, talk to me about that. It was like it was developing like this like father-son relationship. And so I trusted him, and I just trusted him. And my naive nature at the time, and me just wanting that father figure and thinking that he could be that, it caused these things to happen, man. And unfortunately, this is what repeats itself over and over again in the church. Unfortunately, this is what it is with where we are now, man. So I just wanted to speak to that, the police report about the address. So with the address, the only reason that's the address on the report is because at the time when the first conversation I had with the detective, that was the only address that I could remember just off the top of my head. But just to be clear, that's not the only address that these things happened at. He lived at a house in Morrisville. Can't remember the name of the address. And like this happened more than one time. So this is interesting, man, that they'll try to take this one piece and like make that like a basis for why something isn't true, man. You just gotta use your mind a little bit, man. I also wanted to speak to. I saw recently he posted, I don't know if it was a statement that he made, and in the statement he said that he met me when I was grown. He said 3 guys, they were grown, and he said he met me when I was grown. I don't know why he's even saying that or why anybody around him is allowing him to say that, because I went to school. I was in high school when I lived with him. I drove his car to school. He's on my. If you pull up my high school records and see who was the people of contact on my contact list, his name was always there. Wow. So it's not possible for him to have met me when I was grown if he was on my high school information, like my contact information for high school. So I think he's just fishing, man. It's trying to just, because he knows what the truth is. He knows what the truth is. I can't say the people around him know what the truth is because they weren't physically there. But he knows what the truth is, man. And I don't know why I do know why. It's and that clip that you keep playing, that I understand, man, that's crazy. And this is, if you understand Reid, man, because I was around this cat every day for years. If you understand that, if you listen to Reid talk long enough, you're gonna tell him himself. And him saying that, whether anybody would acknowledge it or not, him saying that is his way. It's like an internal acknowledgement for himself. He won't ever say it out of his mouth because he has too much to lose now, right? He will never say out of his mouth. And it's also funny too, man. That clip at the end of that clip, how he says, if it ever comes out, I'll lie about it. I'm not even gonna tell you no lie. Something that he used to say to me, and this is how after I started to unravel these thoughts, man, these feelings that I was having. One of the things that I realized or remembered about during those times is something that he would always say is, you can't never tell nobody. Or he would say stuff like, if you ever told somebody, who they gonna believe, me or you? or he would say stuff like,